Bear with me because I'm pretty foggy. But I've been taking Lexapro for almost 7 years, or maybe even more than 7 years. I guess I'd really have to think about that. But I've been taking 20 milligrams, and it wasn't until the last 6 months that I even ever considered tapering off of the antidepressant. So I thought about it. I put some thought into it. I read about it. And I went to the doctor a month ago and was hoping that I was going to go in and say, hey, I'm going to get off this antidepressant. And he was going to be like, that's great. Let me give you all this information to help you. But it was not that way at all. I almost had to laugh. It was almost so ridiculous that it was almost funny, because he just had no idea what to say or any advice to give me, really, about how to safely taper off of this medication. The first thing he told me was that there are no withdrawal symptoms, which I was just like, wait, what? Yeah, there are. I mean, there's been times through the years that, like, I don't pick up my prescription, like, for a couple days, and just, a couple days if of missing the medication, and it was brutal. So I was like, I mean, yeah, there definitely are withdrawal symptoms. And he tried to say, well, if you're experiencing withdrawal symptoms, it's probably because you need to be on it. And just, I just let him do his spiel, and it ended with him saying, just play with the doses and see how you feel. So that's kind of what I've done. It's 3 weeks now, from 20 milligrams to, I guess, a half a dose. But I'm not taking 10. Instead of taking 20 a day, I'm taking 20 every other day. And I noticed the effects probably after about, I'd say, 3 days. And it wasn't like a slow, like, onset of withdrawal symptoms. It was like, boom. And like I said, I read about it. I knew that I was going to have a really difficult time. I knew that I was gonna go through depression. I knew that I was gonna feel hopeless. I tried not to read too much online, because even if somebody's taking the exact same dose as me and they're tapering off the exact same way as me, everybody's mind and body is different, and they handle things differently. It's easier for some people, harder for others. So I didn't want to get too psyched out by what other people were saying, because, some of it's pretty terrifying. So I didn't want to, dive too deep into that. I feel like I had a pretty good idea, at least enough, what I'd be going through. And for the most part, it's all been just about what I expected. It's awful. There's days that I just feel like impending doom. Like, I don't know if I can even survive another hour being alive. I mean, it gets really intense. Luckily, it's now that I'm in the end of the 3rd week, it's been more fleeting, so I'll get these sudden bursts of just extreme sadness and anxiety over nothing, and no control over how I react. I don't have the option to rationalize any thoughts or feelings. I don't have the option to say, oh, I'm feeling sad, I feel like I might cry, but oh, I'm at work, so that would be really inappropriate. So maybe I should go excuse myself and go to the bathroom. Nothing like that, no. And that has happened to me in the past 3 weeks. One of the times when I was dealing with a customer, and I just started crying. And it was so embarrassing. You know, the people in my life that I'm close to, they all know that I'm doing this and I'm tapering off. But what was I supposed to, while I'm bawling, be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm tapering off my psych meds and blah. I mean, there's really, I was just an insane person, and I still really am. It's just gotten a little bit easier. I have to say, the brain zaps, super intense. I mean, I'm actually physically, like, my head will twitch. I'll get a zap. It feels like someone is electrocuting my brain, and yeah, I'll just start zapping. It's crazy and really bizarre. They haven't been, like, I haven't had them every day. It's just the days when I'm really feeling I'm really feeling emotional and out of it. Those are the days that I really get a lot of zaps. Some days I've gone some days without having any, but what has been consistent is the fatigue, the fog, just like what I'm doing right now. I have a thought and I'm like about to explain what I'm thinking, and it's like the thought just poof, just where'd it go? I don't know. So I just really spacey, nauseous. The dizziness has been so bad at times that